What's up, y'all? This is your boy Ryder Kick here. I just wanted to do a quick video. Actually, I want to I guess I want to make this kind of like a part 3 to a discussion I had did before. So I've been on YouTube and everything, and kind of just checking out different YouTube channels and stuff like that, and I've kind of heard some people complaining about the Dodge Challenger RT and the Dodge Charger, and they pretty much got the same look for the last several years. There hasn't been any major changes, only like power upgrades and maybe a few other little upgrades as far as like software, packaging, inside the vehicle. And a lot of people seem to have issues about, as far as the fact that there hasn't been like too much of a body design upgrade, that kind of thing. And I kind of wanted to chime in on that a little bit. I think there's actually a pretty good formula that Dodge is kind of going with as far as that. Dodge is one of the select few muscle cars out there that still kind of pretty much got that muscle car look, platform kind of thing. I noticed that, the Ford Mustangs, even the GTs, even the GT500s and 350s, and also the Camaros out there. A lot of those brands, a lot of those cars and everything, they're starting to go to kind of more of like a Euro look, more of a sports car type look than a muscle car look. Dodge is trying to kind of hold on to that muscle car look. That look is still a big draw to a lot of people. Yeah, granted, yeah, I mean, I suppose that they can, make some minor looks and some minor changes. One of my whole draws to getting the Dodge Challenger RT Brass Monkey Edition is the muscle car look. I've been kind of looking at it for a while, for a couple of years and stuff like that. And I like that look. I like that styling and everything. It's got that retro look and everything, and that was one of the draws to me purchasing one. So I can kind of see the method to Dodge's madness as far as sticking with that. Another thing I kind of wanted to touch upon too is I'm not sure where exactly this is stemming from and everything, but I had kind of touched upon it before on another one of my vehicles, as far as people saying that the Dodge Challenger RT and the Dodge Charger RT, they're too slow, they're too heavy, they can't get out of their own way. Me personally, I'm not sure where people are getting this from, or where they're coming from with this. I've been driving a 2019 Brass Monkey Edition Dodge Challenger RT for about a year now. The car's not slow. I'm not sure where they're getting that from or whatever. The car's not slow. The car is not the fastest car on the road. Let me go ahead and say that right off the cuff. This car is faster than probably about the average car that's on the road that you would come across, but it's not the fastest car on the road. Okay. I think one big problem that a lot of people have is, okay, well, I'm going to use myself for an example. Okay. When I went to Dodge and everything, and I purchased this vehicle and everything, I knew what my expectations were, and I also knew what the parameters were of this vehicle. Okay. I wanted to make sure my expectations and the parameters of the vehicle matched before I even went in there and made the purchase. And I think a big problem that a lot of people have is they don't exactly quite know what their expectations are, and it's like they kind of have a idea of what their expectations are, but then they go into these dealerships and then they purchase, you know, these vehicles and stuff like that, and come to find out their expectations and the parameters of the vehicle do not match up. One way that you can prevent situations like that is make sure you do thorough research. You know, I don't know, go test drive the car a couple of times, not just once, not just twice. You know, I mean, you know, test drive it a few times, because then that way you can get a better idea. Hold on a second, gotta roll up out of here. Okay, that way you can get a better idea of you know, what exactly the parameters of the vehicle, and what exactly you're looking for. You know, I did kind of look at, you know, SRTs. I kind of looked at 392s and a Hellcat and everything, and they're nice cars. You know, they got great, you know, great performance and stuff like that. They got a lot of power and everything. But then, you know, I kind of looked at, well, you know, I'm not really a track guy, you know, I'm not like really, you know, a big, you know, race guy, that kind of thing. If I was somebody that kind of hits the track, you know, I don't know, 2 or 3 times a month or whatever, you know, and, you know, send it down range, that kind of thing, in a controlled environment, yeah, I definitely will look into like in a 392 or, you know, or a Hellcat, or, you know, Dodge Demon or a Red Eye or something like that, you know, because of the power. But me being on, like, you know, daily streets and stuff like that, driving with people that have various spectrum of driving capabilities and time on the road. Me personally, I don't need 600 horsepower on, you know, regular streets. I don't need it on I-95. I don't need it on 295 or I-10 or, you know, any of the other interstates. I don't need it really on back roads and stuff like that. And the reason why I don't particularly need that much horsepower on these roads is because in all actuality, you really don't need to be trying to tap into 600, 500 horsepower on these roads. There's too many variables out there. You're sharing the roads with people that might have been driving for a couple of months, maybe a year or a few years. You know what I'm saying? You're sharing the road with larger vehicles. There's other variables on the road and stuff, as far as like road debris, potholes, you know, rocks, you know, just all kinds of different variables and stuff like that. So, I mean, for me personally, and I'm, you know, talking, you know, as far as me and everything, I'm not saying what I'm saying is like golden and gospel and everything. Me personally, I can't see having, you know, 600 or 700 horsepower on these roads on a regular basis. I mean, if I did get one of those vehicles and stuff like that, I wouldn't tap into a fraction of that power on these roads. I got the RT Brass Monkey Edition. It comes with 375 horsepower. I hardly ever tap into that. And yes, I do have fun with my car periodically. But I also know, too, that I'm sharing the road with some drivers that can't drive worth a squat. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sharing the road with newbie drivers. I'm sharing the road with large vehicles. I'm looking at the fact that, hey, you know what? A deer can run in front of the vehicle. A bear can cross the road. You know, what I'm getting at is just so many different variables out there to be like, hey, you know, I got a Hellcat, or, you know, I got a Demon Red Eye, you know, and I got like, you know, 700 horsepower and stuff. Hey, that's great and everything. Do you go to the track? I mean, do you go to the track on a regular basis and stuff and send it down range? Because they have that much power on like daily streets and stuff like that. That's overkill. You might as well go hunting deer with a 50 caliber. Same difference. It's overkill. I mean, yeah, it's cool, I guess. And yeah, I got, 600 horsepower or, 700 horsepower, but how often are you really going to tap into that in your daily driving? Now, as for like the RT and everything, never said it was the fastest thing on the road. But I can tell you, it's not the slowest thing on the road. And it's faster than probably about, your average vehicle out there. So, I mean, as far as me, it's all about matching your, what you're looking for, your parameters, your expectations, and the parameters of the vehicle. You got to make sure that matches up when you go into the dealership and you're buying these, you're buying these different vehicles. And then another thing too is like people have this weird sense of comparing it to like, I don't know, man. It's like, hey, you go to a Chevy dealership. Hey, I want to buy me a Corvette. I'm going to buy me a brand new Corvette. I don't know, C8 or whatever. I want something fast, super fast. Corvette is probably going to spank probably about just about anything on the road. Now, I'm not saying it's going to beat every vehicle on the road, because there are some very fast cars out there, and you don't know what people's done up under the hood. But so I don't know. I mean, I don't know the exact horsepower of the C8 and everything. We'll just say, for the sake of argument, it has like 800 horsepower. So now you're driving around on the daily streets with this car that's got 800 horsepower and stuff like that. Really, honestly, how often are you going to be tapping into a fraction of that horsepower on the daily streets? Your daily driving. Short of you actually going to the track and control environment, nobody's going to be on the track and stuff like that, because they know stuff's going to be getting sent down range and everything. You kind of following where I'm coming from with this and everything. It just blows my mind. People get on these YouTube channels and talking about, oh, this car is is slow, it won't get out of its own way, it's too heavy, blase and stuff like that. If you're trying to take this car to the track on a regular and stuff like that, yeah, I'd probably say, you know what, you might want to get out of the RT. You might really want to upgrade, get yourself into a 392, a Hellcat, or a Demon or something like that. But as far as like daily driving and stuff like that, and kind of like that daily horsepower, there's nothing wrong with these cars. There really isn't. It's all about meeting having your expectations meet up and mesh with the parameters of the actual vehicle. And this ain't just with Dodge cars. This is any make or model out there. Whether it be a Ford Mustang GT or a 5.0 or GT 500 or GT 350, or Camaro SS, it doesn't matter. So, I mean, that's just kind of my take on it and stuff like that. I just kind of find it comical that these guys are putting these videos out there talking about, these cars are this, that, and the other and stuff like that. I mean, unless you are a avid racer and you're taking your whip to the track and you're sending it down range and stuff like that, there's nothing wrong with these cars. They're not slow. And then as far as, the whole situation, as far as like the car design and everything, Dodge, I'm going to call it like I see it. Dodge is staying true to the brand and everything. They're keeping the muscle car image, and they're trying to hold on to it the best that they can. Yeah, they can maybe do a little tweaking here and there, like, as far as on the inside or whatever. But I mean, I think for the most part, I mean, I'm sitting here right now and I'm looking at it and everything, and it's got a muscle car look. I mean, I'm not sure what exactly you want. Is that, I actually went and before I got this car, I went to Ford because I had bought 2 cars from Ford. I had bought a 2015 Ford Fiesta ST Turbo and a 2015 Ford C-Max from Ford, and I bought them basically pretty much the same time. And so I went back to Ford to kind of give them an opportunity to step up and bat and everything, and they pretty much swung and struck out. I went out there, I took a look at, some Ford Mustang GTs, some 5.0s and everything. I looked in there. One thing I noticed, a lot of them didn't have a very good, far as like package. Like the navigation package was like extra, okay? And it was very much extra. They wanted a whole lot more just for the navigation package. And so, I was talking to the salesman about it and everything, and I was like, I noticed a lot of these cars that they don't have the navigation package, and they got this real small rinky-dinky screen and everything. And you know what he told me? He told me, you know what, young guys buy these cars, and they don't buy these cars for any of that stuff. They buy these cars for the motor. That's why they buy these cars. Wow. Okay. I go to Dodge. Dodge puts a big motor in there. And I got a navigation system, a large screen, my power seats and all that stuff like that, doors and all that, power this, power that. And that was all inclusive. They weren't extraing, that's extra and all that. It just kind of came with it. So I went with Dodge, and I'm pretty glad I did. I'm pretty happy with it. And I'm not sitting here knocking Ford or anything like that, but because I got 2 Fords at the house right now, but Ford is doing Ford, and Dodge is doing Dodge. But anyways, so this is your boy Ryder Kick and stuff like that. I just want to kind of chime in on that and everything because, like I said, I just really found it, a lot of these vehicles and stuff like that these guys are putting out about, as far as, the Challenger, RT and the Charger RT, they're slow, they can't get out of their own way, they're too heavy, blase and stuff like that. That's a bunch of crap. These cars are not slow. You just got to kind of step back, reevaluate your expectations and your parameters and everything. And you got to kind of make sure your expectation and the parameters of the vehicle match up. That's what it boils down to. And that's what any car. All right, so this is your boy Ryder Kick signing out. Wishing y'all all the best. Deuces.